People ask me all the time, how are you doing? To most people, I simply tell them I'm doing better, or even in some cases, to simply keep the conversation moving, I tell them I'm doing fine. But the truth of the matter is, I really don't know how I'm doing. I really don't. How are you supposed to be doing after you've lost a baby? After you've buried a child's body that barely begun to grow? After you were forced to choose a dress for her to wear in her casket, and not one to wear on her wedding day? It seems that even with all the answers found in beautiful poetry, in the overwhelming outpouring of thoughtful words from family and friends, and even in the very promises of God about heaven, the real answer seems to remain elusive. How do you simply go on when every day you get up and see the empty crib? How do you get back to normal when the only normal you've ever known will never be the same? How do you process all the whys and what-ifs which pour through your mind, especially the ones we work so hard to convince people we don't have? How am I doing? I'm not doing well. I'm consumed with sadness. The awkwardness of not having my baby has in many ways only increased. I can be in the middle of my day making dinner for the family and start crying for no reason at all. Oh, there's reason, all right. Maybe a million of them. I see swings in the park and know my baby will never swing on them. I watch little girls learn to ride a bike and know there's at least one bike that will never be ridden. One tattered, worn baby doll that never had a mom. How am I doing? I often find myself wondering, mostly unconsciously, what my baby would have been like as she grew up. What it would have been like to hear her say, "I love you, Dada." Would she have loved music? Sure, she loved it when we sang those silly songs to her. Would she have endured the spitting hisses and flying claws of a barn kitty in order to give it a long overdue bath? What would her favorite ride at Disney World have been? How many more times would Grandpa have played with her on the floor, giggling like the whole world had stopped to listen? When I see the warm sunshine of a typical spring day, I realize the world still turns like it has for thousands of years. And while my world seemed to come to a painful, horrible standstill while I tried to process what had happened to my baby, I knew it was good that life went on, that my days in fact didn't stand still. I knew that my life was so much a part of other people's lives, my husband, my other children, my family and friends, that I couldn't simply crawl into a hole and stay there forever. How am I doing? I'm learning to live with the eternal pain that will never leave me. I'm learning to see things as I only thought I saw them before. My feathers don't ruffle as quickly, and spilled milk is simply a chance to pour the child I do have another glass. I'm learning to capture each moment like the next one may never come. I am so thankful to those who, without you, my tragedy would have been unbearable. To those who were around me, to hold my hand and catch my tears, thank you. I do believe in God's flawless plan for me and for my family. And while my trust in Him doesn't remove the emotions that make me human, I believe He loves me. From here all the way to the moon and back. Thank you, Father, for my baby. Please take care of her until I get there to help you.